Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another measurement cast. Today we are going to deal with vTools tutorial number 1, meetings. vTools is a tool that is meant to make the life of a chapter member or chapter chair much easier. What it does, let's refer now to vTool meetings. It gathers all the meetings organized within IEEE. It gathers them in a centralized database, and every IEEE member has access, I mean, with certain restrictions, of course, to all the meetings that happen. So you can see reports of meetings that just took place. You can see future meetings in your area. You can see where you can get active, people you need to contact, how to get there, all sorts of useful things like that. And the nice thing is that this system allows websites to update information regarding these meetings automatically. Now, vTools doesn't only resumes, I mean, it's not only limited to meetings, it also has voting, it also has web in a box. Voting, it should be pretty straightforward. And web in a box is a tool that lets you build websites for your chapter um, well, really quickly. We are not going to focus on these two tools for the moment. We are just going to focus on vTools meetings, and in the next tutorial we are going to return to these two. Now I have here also the written form of this present tutorial. It will also be available to you. And let's just go to this first link here, which is basically the starting place, vTools homepage, and have a look. So this is the project website, and you can see here all the products that are part of vTools right here. The first three are the most relevant for chapter chairs, and vTools meetings is the most important. You have here two links: visit project wiki page, which is basically the documentation. So we are just going to have a peek here and click here to use the tool. We are going to get that in a second. Let's just look at the documentation. We have here user manuals and tutorials, really detailed, click by click. So what I'm going to do, and what the purpose of this tutorial is, I mean, it's not to cover all this material, it's to let you know, I mean, to get you fast, to get you familiarized if you are not already familiarized with vTools, and tell you the advantages and how you can use it as part of an IEEE IMS Society chapter and what its uses are. So I went through all this information already, and I'm just going to get the most important points and present them to you in hopefully a much more, I mean, a quicker form. Now, if we go back to the vTools project homepage, we can click here to use the tool and we can get started. So you need to log in. It's free for all IEEE members with certain limitations, and the limitation is schedule meeting, and you can see this red message over here. It does not appear that you have access to this function. If you are chapter chair, you can schedule meeting, manage registration, manage credit card payments, and all sorts of things. You can do them online. And the nice thing about schedule meeting is the fact that you can advertise your meeting before it happens. All the IEEE members have access to it, and it also, I mean, I was reading the documentation. It happened that guys, I mean, people from other sections, other chapters arrived at the meeting just because they happened to be in town and they saw the announcement on my IEEE. We will also get to that pretty soon. But now let's just look at the finding, viewing, and reporting meetings. So if you are curious what is going on in your section, you can view your latest events over here. So this meeting took place in 29th of June, and it was about, well, Romanian chapter chair meeting, administrative stuff. And I can, for example, okay, I can go back And let's say I want to look now uh, a custom meeting, so it's not necessarily in my section. I will use search L31 meeting reports, and let's say I want to see what happened in region 8 in Germany section. What were the activities of the IEEE Instrumentation and Measurement Society um, organizational, basically chapters. So this is what happened in Germany. I have here the third international workshop on impedance spectroscopy, and I have here medical measurement technique. So if I wanted to get involved, I mean, this seems like an active chapter. This would be the person I would need to get into establish contact with. Then again, we have create L31 meeting report. So let's say I'm a chapter chair, a meeting just finished. I mean, it wasn't such a big thing, so I would schedule a meeting here with registration um, it was just an open event. Uh, a distinguished lecturer came in the university. There were like 20 students attending. So I get the chance to report here a meeting that was not previously advertised or announced or managed through this system. So event title, I can just say um, mhm, you get the idea. Guest attendance, let's say member attendance, there were 20 students were invited. I will put my region, let's say Germany, hence organizational unit. IM09, this is the code for our society. Start time, end time, time zone, city, and speaker one report, second speaker report. I can do all sorts of things, and the most important thing is view feeds. So let's say I am a member of a chapter and I wish to know what this chapter is doing. So let's say I want to know everything that happens in my section regarding Instrumentation and Measurement Society. So I can just log into RSS. That didn't work out too well. But I can view the link and you see RSS 8 Romania IM09. I can change Romania with Germany. And remember, Germany was what I previously saw. So I will copy this link and keep it for later. Now imagine that you will only advertise your meetings within vTools, and you can have on your website an automatically updating feed like this one. That would be really useful because you won't have to update both in vTools, both here. And the nice thing about reporting your meetings in vTools is, for example, that the IEEE Instrumentation and Measurement Society can actually, I mean, you have visibility. They see that you are active. They see that you are achieving, you are making nice meetings, you are organizing nice events, and you can, I mean, your chances for winning the IEEE IMN Society annual outstanding chapter award might increase as a result of you being very active and also being visible on vTools. So let's see how can you set up this feed on your website. There is actually here a really detailed instruction, so user manual and tutorials, and using existing meeting as a template, no, integrating with an existing website, and you have basically here in this tutorial step by step every single click that you need to do. So vTools meetings, then client side embed meetings, and you take this HTML code and you copy paste it somewhere in your website. So this is what this guy is going to show you. I mean, this tutorial is going to show you from now on. Now what I'm going to show you is something that is not in the tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do it with Drupal. Um, So you go into the administration module of Drupal. There we are. And this is the front end. So you go to site building modules and you activate the aggregator module. This guy basically grabs all the RSS feeds that it can get, and then you save configuration. Afterwards, you go to content management and you go to feed aggregator and you add a category of feeds, let's say RSS feeds, save, and now we add a feed to this RSS category and we are going to call it vTools, and the URL, I'm just going to copy paste the URL from here, just so you know that I can get this also on my website. So I'm going to save it, and if I list all the feeds that I have configured so far and I update items, you see I have here 8 items. Now I need to make it visible, this feed. I have to put it somewhere on my website. So I will go to site building, I will go to blocks, and I have here vTools feed latest items. It's in the disabled tab. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag it up to the right sidebar. And I'm going to save, because if you don't save, nothing happens. And if you go to the front end and you refresh or press something, you can see here you have exactly the feed. So if